You guys, welcome to the Kelly Kitchen. Thanks for joining me, where we're going to have some food and some health and some fun. Welcome to week 10 of quarantine cooking. We are going to have some fun tonight. We're going to wait just a few minutes to get everybody going. It's been quite a interesting couple of weeks, and we're just going to have some fun here. So tonight we're going to be making Dijon salmon. We're going to be making plain old Chaffles, just regular plain old Chaffles. I need to get some pictures of them. So we want to do some plain Chaffles. We are going to do a cucumber salad with roasted tomatoes, and then we're going to make my lemon curd, 10-minute lemon curd. So without further ado, hello everyone. Hi Atsuko, hi Nicole, hi Julie, hi Rebecca. Finally made it, yay! Welcome Rebecca. We're making some Dijon salmon and some other fun things. So I'm gonna get started. We make this maybe like once a month, and it's one of those things where I always have the ingredients and it kind of mixes things up. So I just have 4 pieces of salmon. Our cook time is going to depend on how thick our salmon is. So this salmon, it's probably about 1 inch thick. So we're going to do this for about 15 to 18 minutes. If it's thicker, hi from Tokyo. Atsuko, I love you. Normally the salmon, the thicker it goes, you go for like a little, maybe 3 more minutes, 5 more minutes, and it kind of depends on how done you like your salmon. But this salmon's a little thinner, and this is great as leftovers cold. It's great, we're going to have it for dinner tonight, so it's great warm. But the first thing we do is, you can just have your seafood guy cut it in pieces like this, or Costco sells great packages of salmon that you can just pull out however many you want and just let them thaw. So I'm just going to do a tiny bit of salt and pepper on each one here. Just a little, just give it a little extra. And then in my bowl, I have 3 tablespoons of just regular mayonnaise and 1 to 2 tablespoons of Dijon. Depends on the recipe's on the website. If you want the recipe, it's at thekellykitchen.com. as are all of my social. But this salmon is just a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of Dijon mustard, however mustardy you like this. I usually go 3 tablespoons mayo and 1 to 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Hi, Brenda. And Brooke. Hi, Brookie. How are you? Okay, so you just do a quick mix of the mayo and the salmon. I know we call this a keto meal, but anybody who wants to have this, it's a great family dinner to have. And then you're just going to take just a spoonful. You're going to evenly divide your mayonnaise mixture over each of your pieces. And to be honest with you, the reason that we're making this again tonight, because we just had this for Mother's Day, is because I got horrible pictures. And I was told that I needed to up my game on my Dijon salmon pictures. So we're having it again, which is fine because we absolutely love it. And so I'm being a little extra careful about how pretty I'm making these because, the pretty picture is what sells the recipe online. And if it doesn't look good, then nobody will make it. So yeah, there you go. Still chugging along. I still have a job, so I'm still working all day long during the day, and then I get to cook. Actually, surprisingly, we've only eaten 2 meals out the entire quarantine, so I'm really sort of enjoying this part of it, and it's been really wonderful for me to be able to be here. I got my Dijon and mayo mixture on each slice. Now I'm going to take a little bit of dill. You can use fresh if you want, and a little bit of paprika. We love paprika. It's Peter's favorite. We're going to add a little paprika to the whole thing. So just do a little, I think the recipe calls for a half a teaspoon, but just, sprinkle a little bit on top of each of your pieces of each piece of salmon, and then a little bit of your paprika. And then I already said this, but the oven is at 350. That is it, you guys. We're going to pop that in the oven for, I'm going to do it for 15 minutes and then maybe an extra 3 minutes. Get that going in there. So the other thing that I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous about making this lemon curd for you guys on camera because you have to constantly be whisking it for 10 minutes. So I'm going to be kind of doing two things at once. I'll be whisking the lemon curd and making the chaffles over there. But one of the other things that we're going to do, and this is like so simple. I just take a container of just regular old cherry tomatoes. And we're just going to roast these just like they are. We'll do a little drizzle of olive oil. Super simple. And then we'll do a sprinkle of salt. A little bit more. Get all those babies. And then we'll do a couple turns of pepper. These will be great because when you put them in the oven, they stay pretty much intact, but then they're sort of warm and they'll sort of pop in your mouth, but still be a little soft and chewy. So see how I'm rolling those around on the tray? So now I'm covering them all with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper. And I'm going to put these in the oven for about 10 minutes because we don't want them to be super bursting, but we do want them to get nice and soft because we're going to add them to our cucumber salad. So why don't we get one of the chaffles started, and then we're going to start the lemon curd. I actually already got the ingredients for the chaffles already in my bowl here. So I'll just show you. Most of you guys know chaffles are, hi Denise, how are you? And Michael McGovern. Okay, so most of you guys know that chaffles are sort of a staple in the low-carb keto community. They are a great substitute for bread, and they're super easy to make. And I'm telling you, I wish I had stock in mini waffle makers like 6 months ago because they're flying off the shelves. They're so easy. So here in my bowl, I'm gonna make a double batch. So a single batch is a 1/2 cup of part skim, low moisture mozzarella cheese. It's just the regular shredded mozzarella cheese that you get. But if you were really looking, it should say low moisture part skim. So a 1/2 cup of mozzarella cheese, 1 tablespoon of almond flour, 1 egg, and then garlic powder. So it gives it a little bit of seasoning. Now I make these, so I'm going to add the eggs and we'll get this started on here. I make these jalapeno cheddar version, and I didn't want to make those tonight because they don't really go with the Dijon salmon. But we will be making those in the future. I don't think I've made those for you before, but those are great because they have a really nice little kick to them. So you're going to mix the egg together, and it's just sort of amazing that you would think like that this doesn't taste like an omelet out of the waffle maker, but you have just your sort of cheesy egg mixture. The cheese has sort of a neutral flavor, and then you add the almond flour, and it just sort of makes it all like a basic sort of side bread or whatever you might want to call it. Okay, so I'm gonna just do half of my chaffle mixture in my waffle maker, and this needs about 5 minutes, and then we'll put the other half in. I'm going to set the timer. Whoops. Timer 05, go. Okay, let's get started with our lemon curd. So this is such a favorite, and it's so delightful. And I actually have a ton of it in my fridge right now, but I wanted to show you guys how we make it because it can be a little bit intimidating, and it's not that hard because you're going to be using a double boiler. Don't be afraid. It's just a bowl on top of a boiling pot of simmering water. Here's the thing that I wanted to share with you guys about the sweetener. You remember how we used the Lecanto monk fruit classic? Well, that is a granular. It looks just like sugar. When you're doing this recipe, you need to powder this. You can buy it pre-powdered, but if you don't want to buy all the different versions for your cupboard, you can just use the regular granular, but you must powder it. And I do that in a coffee grinder. So I've got my coffee grinder here, and it completely powders the entire mixture, and it takes the granular out of it. Sugar alcohols have a hard time after they cool. They tend to recrystallize. So when we powder the sugar alcohols, what happens is that when it cools, it recrystallizes less, if that makes sense. You still will have a little bit of a granular flavor. It's not like real sugar, but you don't get the sugar spike, the insulin spike, or blood sugar spike. Okay, so I just added a cup of powdered low-carb sweetener. Now, if you only have Swerve or if you only have erythritol, you can use those too. I'm also going to add, I don't know if you guys remember, I was on a major lemon kick a couple of months ago, and I squeezed like hundreds of lemons and I froze it. And so I pulled out a half a cup of lemon juice, and I'm going to add that to our mixture as well. All right, guys, here we go. Here is our 10 minutes. I've got 2 minutes left on the clock there. And the reason that you want, so you have this in a cold, you put it all in a cold bowl, and you add it to the heat because you want to bring it up. Don't be afraid. I promise. It's not scary at all. And if you try it once and it flops or you scramble the eggs, don't worry about it. You can try it again. Eggs can, if you get some inexpensive ones to try out this experiment, if it works, then you've got a winner on your hands. So you're basically going to just keep whisking this. I'm going to just do my best to keep talking through this, and I'll drop it for a few seconds so I can go check on some other things. But you want to bring the eggs up in temperature without scrambling them, because there's nothing grosser than sweet scrambled eggs. Sweet lemony scrambled eggs, I guess you could say. We're also going to add some lemon zest to this. So here's the time where I'm going to just stop that for a second. I got a couple of seconds where I'm going to just zest. Probably do, like a full teaspoon is best. If you don't have a leftover lemon, like because I took my stuff from the freezer, I would use True Lemon, which is those little packets. That's about a teaspoon. I'll just continue my whisking here. We're also going to add a little bit of xanthan gum in a bit, and that helps with the thickening of this. And it's crazy because like right at 10 or so minutes, the thickness starts, and it's like magic that happens. So it's got a really great lemony smell, and it's going to be nice and sweet and tart, and it's great. So yesterday, I made a huge batch of this. And because I'm shooting a new recipe, which is my lemon curd cheesecake cups, and the pictures are fantastic, but it's a little play on a no-bake cheesecake, but with a little bit of lemon curd on top of that. So that is coming down the pike, and I'll show you that in a second. That is our chaffle timer. So now I know that I've got 8 minutes left. Whoops, hold on. Let me do timer. Start. My chaffle's stuck. I think I might need to get a new machine or put some spray on here. Whoops. Give it a little a whisk. Again, we don't want to scramble those eggs. And here's the thing: if you do scrambled eggs, one of the things that you can do is put your eggs through a little strainer. Okay, I had a snafu with my chaffle. Maybe I need to leave it in. I'll leave the next one in longer. But whoo, that's not good. This is live television. This is what happens. Okay, I'm going to continue whisking this. This is my lemon curd. You can just dip strawberries in this too. That is really, really delicious. Let's see if I can get this chaffle out of here and salvage this problem. Oh my gosh, do you see this? Okay, that's a disaster. But you know what? It still tastes good. And the next one will be really great because I'm going to spray. Give a little whisk. We're hanging in there. Okay, so we'll do some spray. And I'm going to put the rest of the other chaffle in here. And we'll really, really get this cooked. I think I undercooked that last one. I probably should have kept it in just a little bit longer. Okay, so that's good. Continue whisking. Okay, I have 6 minutes left. We're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of our xanthan gum. Now, xanthan gum comes in a bag. I buy it about once a year because you only use a tiny bit. Don't be fooled. Don't think you need to use more because it will make your recipes gloppy. So you're going to sprinkle it like pixie dust because you don't want it to stick together or to clump. And I have to tell you guys, I think my lemon curd is really starting to come together. After we're done with this and we pull it off, then you add 4 tablespoons of butter. You let the butter just sort of melt in there. And then I'll show you what it looks like when it's all completely settled. Because we made it yesterday, or I made it yesterday afternoon. And again, just keep moving this. I've got about 5 or 6 minutes left on that. Let me check. I'm going to just check my tomatoes. Make sure that those are hanging in there. Ah, they look fantastic. Okay, I went shopping yesterday. I have a whole plan for the next like 10 days, so I don't even have to go to the grocery store again. I forgot feta cheese, unfortunately, but I'm not going to go to the supermarket again. We're just going to make do because I have about 10 other varieties of cheese in my refrigerator. So we'll have our cucumber salad tonight with Parmesan cheese, which is fine. I mean, it all tastes great. So we'll do the cucumber. We're going to do the roasted tomatoes. We're going to do avocado. And then remember last week I made pickled red onions. So we've been using those pickled red onions all week. We used them in our cheeseburger salad. We used them in our Greek lemon bowls. I used them all week. We did them like as a side dish with some onions and some tomatoes. So we're almost done with the red onions, but those are going to be a staple in my fridge always. So, you know, I love raw onions to add to stuff, but to have them already chopped and ready to go and add them to salads and side dishes really speeds things up. So I went, oh, hi, Vic. Here's my friend. Oh, and Christina and Rosette. Oh, my God, you guys, I have to tell you. So you guys know Rosette's Baked Goods. She's got these packaged. Where's my thing? I've got one left. I've got to order some more. So this is no sugar cookies. But last weekend, I made birthday cupcakes. So I have a recipe coming of my buttercream frosting, but we used Rosette's baking mix, and they were the most delightful little cupcakes. And then I also used some no sugar colored sprinkles. So those pictures will be coming. You guys, our lemon curd is starting to get a little thick. And I'm going to just let it do its thing. I don't want to rush it. I need a little sip. It's kind of getting a little hot in here. From Iowa? Hi, Bruce. Nice to see you. We're still in lockdown here, but things are starting to open up, and we're just cooking through it. We're just making our way. And unfortunately, I can't give a lot of my food away because, you know, people are not really seeing very many people, but we're managing. My freezer is packed. It is packed. We have so much food and stuff. Okay, there is my buzzer for my salmon. So I'm going to just check it really quickly. And I think it's done. This is fantastic. Okay. There is my Dijon salmon done. And we're going to let that sit right there because, you know, I have to get a pretty picture of it. And our tomatoes are done. Can you see how they're just a little bit crinkly? I'm just going to let them sit right here and just let them cool for just a few minutes. We're going to finish up our lemon curd, and then we'll get started on our cucumber salad. And then, you guys, dinner is done. This has got about 2 more minutes. And I want to show you while I'm waiting how pretty these are. So this is what the curd looks like. This is my lemon curd. I lost the top. I lost the lid. This is the lemon curd. Just delightful by the spoonful. Oh, my lemon curd is starting to get nice and thick. Let's just keep that going. But this, do you guys see that? This is my lemon curd no-bake cheesecake. So the bottom half is just a very simple cheesecake, and then the top is just a couple spoonfuls of the lemon curd, and they are really delightful dessert. Now, here's the thing. When you make the lemon curd and you eat it right away before you let it sit overnight, it's super creamy. After you let it cool and go through the night or a couple days in the refrigerator, it will recrystallize a little bit. So it'll have just the tiniest little crunch to it. Okay, that is my buzzer for my lemon curd. I think I need about 3 more minutes. So let me just put the timer on. 3 minutes. We got time. And just get acquainted. Does anybody have any questions? If you have any questions, at the end, I'll go through them and see if I can answer anything. What was I saying? Yeah, so there is going to be a little tiny bit of a crunch to it. It's still sweet. It's still tart. It's still delicious. It's just a little bit of a different texture. And don't be concerned about it. Don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. I actually have grown to really like the guys, this lemon curd looks so amazing. I can't wait to show you. Okay, as soon as I take this off, I think it's going to be about 1 more minute. Let's just see. We will put the butter in here, and then we will melt the butter in the hot lemon curd. Woo! I'm working up a sweat, you guys. And I am going to have some gorgeous lemon curd for you. Okay, let me get my salmon out of the way. Again, how gorgeous is that salmon? I'm going to take some really pretty pictures of that. And there is our lemon curd. Okay, I'm going to get a spoon so I can show you how beautiful this is. And then we will get the butter right inside of this. Can you guys see this? See our lemon curd? Ooh, I don't want to drop it. I'll kill myself. And then I'm going to put my butter in. So I've got 4 tablespoons of butter. Don't worry, I did not forget about my chaffle in there. My last one was did not behave. As you can see, I have flops too, right? I mean, it still tastes good. Doesn't matter what it looks like. It still tastes delicious. And that one's going to come out fine. Okay. I'm putting in 4 tablespoons of butter. So good. Okay, we're just going to let that melt. Let the butter melt in there. Let that sit there for just a second. Get this out of the way. Get everything out of the way. And now it's time to make our cucumber salad. This comes together so fast. Remember I talked about my pickled onions? That was the timer for my lemon curd, but I didn't need it because it came together so beautifully. So we'll turn that off. The butter is melting. This lemon curd can be used in my lemon tarts, where you make an almond flour shell, or you can put it on top of a little cupcake, like make a little divot in a cupcake. I am going to take my pickled onions out of their juice, and I'm just going to let them, I'll leave those for later. That's enough for the salad tonight. I'm just going to let them drain on this plate here because I don't want a lot of that vinegar inside. I've got my English cucumber. I took the plastic off. I gave it a nice little wash. We're just going to chop this right inside. This salad is great. You know, like somebody said to me the other day, like, God, I feel like I have to go replenish all my lettuce at the supermarket like every few days. And so this is a great way to have a salad without feeling like you have to have a bunch of lettuce in there. So we're going to add cucumber. We'll add the cucumber, the tomatoes. We don't have to do anything to the tomatoes. They are cooling here nicely, and I'm going to give you a little close-up because now I can pick one up and really show you. This is a great summer salad. You can make this salad a little bit ahead of time, but I would not add the avocado until you're really ready to serve it. But we're going to add it tonight because I think Peter is on his way home. Honey, dinner's going to be ready soon. I'm going to just show you my tomatoes. Okay, can you guys see how they get like a little bit crinkly and a little bit soft? And they're warm. They just sort of melt in your mouth. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Okay. Don't worry, I didn't forget about my chaffle. I'm sure that thing is probably burning in there. And I don't care because I don't want it to stick. So we're just going to let it have a little bit more time. So we're going to just score our avocados into little chunks. Nice avocado management, huh? How does that baby look? I tell you, it is a daily thing for us, this avocado management. And that's okay. We have at least one a day. And they work for us. We love it. Have them a whole bunch of different ways. Okay, let me get a spoon here. So we'll just scoop these right inside. I don't mind all the way over there. Let's get close so you guys can see this. One of these days, I will have a camera that follows me around so that you guys can see everything that I'm doing. I do have a lot of these recipes up on the website or almost in the works. So the Dijon salmon recipe is up on the website, and the lemon curd recipe is up on the website. And you don't really need a recipe for the cucumber salad, but I did make, remember last week I made the balsamic dressing? So that recipe for the balsamic dressing is going on top of this. We are going to add our pickled red onions to our salad. now we are going to add our roasted tomatoes. I wish I could take a picture of that first. Well, that's okay. I make those all the time, so I'm not so worried about it. Okay, so we're going to give it a little bit of a toss. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan. Like I said before, I love this salad more with feta, but I forgot to get feta last time I was at the supermarket, so we'll go with Parmesan. And I have probably like 5 variations of cheese in my fridge. So this is a ½ cup of Parmesan. Plenty. And then we're just going to drizzle just the tiniest amount. This is my balsamic dressing. I promise I'll get the recipe up soon. It's super simple, just balsamic, olive oil, fresh garlic, Dijon mustard, and just a little pinch of low-carb sweetener. Gives it a nice tangy, sort of like the balsamic tang, but then you got a little bit of a sweetness there. So we're going to just give that a little drizzle. And we'll toss this. And it's a beautiful, gorgeous salad. Oh my gosh. So, what do you think? Is that awesome? This will be devoured. We probably will save a little bit of this because there's only 2 of us eating tonight. So there is our cucumber salad. Our butter has melted for our lemon curd. And again, I'm just going to show you our lemon curd. There is our lemon curd. I don't even need to eat dinner. I could eat this lemon curd for dinner because it's so, so delicious. Yum. If you're in the neighborhood and you want to try some lemon curd, I now have 2 full batches. We'll turn that off to the side. And now here is the finale. We're going to see if that chaffle made its way out of the machine. I'm really quite surprised with myself because my chaffles don't usually stick. But this one, it's having a little trouble. So it's all part of, not every meal and everything has to be epic. I have snafus too, but let's just say a little prayer that my chaffle comes out of my chaffle maker. Perfect. We like them a little crunchy anyways. Perfecto. Oh, perfect. Where's my thing? So, kids, this is undercooked. Still tastes good. Still gonna eat this. And here is nice and crunchy. Peter loves them like this. Of course, my Peter, he loves everything. Anything that I make. You guys, there's another episode of the Kelly Kitchen, and we did that in like half an hour. How is that possible? We just made Dijon salmon, cucumber salad with roasted tomatoes. We made a lemon curd, and we made chaffles. Amazing. Let me know. Let's see if you guys have any questions. I think we're good. I think nobody had any questions. Let me know if there's anything that you guys want to make next week. I've got a lot of really fun things on tap. I've got lemon pepper beef coming soon. I've got, chicken chili casserole. I think I asked you guys about that, my chili relleno knockoff. But chicken chili casserole, that recipe is coming down soon. And again, super easy and everybody loves it. And I think that's it. Thanks you guys so much for watching The Kelly Kitchen. You can find many of my recipes at thekellykitchen.com, the Kelly with an IE kitchen.com. And if you don't see a recipe, it's not because it's because I haven't had the chance to pull it all together. So I got to get pictures but if you have something that you really want, just ping me a little bit and I will do my best to get those up there. So thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on all social and please share it with anybody that you think might find value in low carb, keto style, home cooked meals, real food in a real kitchen. Thanks again. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.